Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is describing the various aspects of God, one God in various ways. People approach and God responds in those particular ways. He who is called Brahman by the Jnanis is known as Atman by the Yogis and Bhagavan by the Bhaktas. One and the same reality. One is approaching in one way, another is approaching the same thing as different. Because my relationship, my view, my understanding is different. One person is there. I may have any kind of relationship with that person. Say a mother. I call her mother because she has given birth to me. I see a mother in her. Someone else says, she is my sister. Someone is my daughter. Each one, same woman is same woman, and each one is having a particular view of her, same person. Different relationships, different way of approaching her. All children will have a particular way. Brothers and sisters have a particular way. Parents will have. Different friends will have a friendship. She is my friend. She is my colleague. She is my classmate. So many ways of looking at the same one person and have particular aspect of relationship with that person and continue with that. There is no clash. Suppose someone says she is my sister and someone says my mother, they don't fight with each other. How did you say she is mother? Because it is accepted in reality. But when it comes to God, we get that. Jnani says, God is this alone. Bhakta says, God is this alone. Each religion says, God is this alone. Sri Ramakrishna says, don't put any limitation on God. God is this alone and not that. Never say that. God is unlimited. You cannot put Him in any framework and say, He is this and this alone. He is everything and beyond. What all human mind can conceive or can experience directly also is one of the aspects of God. So it is limitless. You can approach it in any way, whatever pleases you, whatever way you want to approach, but don't limit it. It is unlimited. You can realize God in various ways, in various aspects, and through various paths. So Ramakrishna is giving here how one is called, because he has gone through all these paths and come to the conclusion, oh, one reality, different people call different. The same thing has come in our Hindu traditions, even from the ancient Vedic times, the same realization. One vastu and many people. Vipraha bhauda vananti. People say in many ways approach. He who is called Brahman by the Jnanis is known as Atman by the Yogis. Brahman, the term Brahman means which has no any kind of limitations. Brahman, infinite and eternal. Time-wise, time and space are the main two concerns of ours. And we have the third limitation, the causation, which creates the relativity. This has come from that, this is going to give birth to that, all that. Causation. Every object has a cause behind. This sofa is here, there is a cause behind. The sofa is in this form, there is a cause behind. The cause has made this to be like this, cause and effect. This is the effect of a cause. The whole universe, whatever is there, whatever is happening, whatever is going to happen, is law of cause and effect. And the other two are time and space. Time and space bound. That which is not bound by time and space, whole universe is bound by time and space. The beyond is unbound by time and space. It is unlimited. This is limited by time and space and causation. It must be a cause and effect alone, whatever remains within the time and space. So these are all whole universe that you see, whatever you have understood till now, whatever you know, and whatever you can imagine even, is within the realm of time and space. And where this time, space and causation is absent, is not limiting, time is not limiting, it is infinite. Space is not limiting it, so it is infinite. Infinite space, infinite time, eternal. So cause law, no law applies there. Whether it is cause and effect or whatever law, no law applies. So that reality in which all these things are absent, that we call Brahman. That means in every respect it must be infinite. In time it is eternally infinite. In space it is infinite. Whatever. And nothing binding it or limiting it. In this universe everything is bound and limited by law of causation. So time and space is limiting. No, here no limitations. All limitations. Where there are no limitations of any kind is called Brahman. Brahma itself means infinite. Large, unlimited, large Brahman. Similarly, Atman is I. Atmana, Atmani. Atman means myself. It can be body, it can be mind, it can be anything which I call in English myself. Who saw? Myself. I am identifying myself with the eyes. I heard. Who heard? Myself. Myself. Here I am relating myself to ear. I wrote. Who wrote? Myself. Myself has written. And myself is Karmendriya. I went to Ramakrishna nursing home. I went to. Who went? Myself. So that myself is whole my bodily existence. It went there. So these are, I am identifying each time myself. What is that real self? What is that real self? In waking state I identify with this body and call myself. Each part of my existence I call, various faculties I call myself. In dream state, myself changes. In deep sleep, myself changes. What is that self? The term Atman is used to use the term myself, self. Self is Atman. From the bodily existence, Achamana. Om Vishnu idam stula shariram. Stula shariram viradam shaha antarbahishcha tat sarvam vyapya narayana stitaha atma me shuddhyanta. Here Atma means physical body, Antaratma means subtle body, Paramatma means causal body. Bodies, Atma. Atma, Antaratma, Paramatma. So we are identifying, the Atma means self. Here, self, what is that self? The yogi goes on separating the self from the rest. In Sankhya philosophy, there are two ultimate realities. One is Brahman, the absolute Shuddha Chaitanya, and Prakriti. Both are, the Sankhya philosophy considers both these, Shakti and Shaktiman, are eternal. Two ultimate realities, the Chaitanya and the Shakti. Prakriti and Purusha, they use the term Prakriti and Purusha. They are eternal. There are two. Advaita, no, it's one. Shuddha Chaitanya alone. So, this Sankhya philosophy is, realization means I separate myself from the rest of the things. From Prakriti, I separate myself. From Prakriti and Purusha, Chaitanya. I am Chaitanya Swarupa, I am not this Prakriti. Mano Buddhi Ahankara Chittani Naham. The 24 cosmic principles with which this universe is made, I am not that. I am the Chaitanya. Shivoham, Shivoham. I am separating myself. This myself, it is not me, the rest of the things, universe. There the term Atman is used. Atman is subjective, ultimate. But when it comes to yoga, the term Atman means myself independent of Prakriti, nature, Prakriti. So, Shuddha Chaitanya, your own individual consciousness, independent of the Prakriti, is called Atman. So he separates, the yogi separates his existence from the external things, Prakriti. The Purusha, he separates from the Prakriti. So here, Atman, the Shuddha Chaitanya is called Atman, individual Chaitanya. There it is called Brahman, unlimited, ultimate reality. This is also unlimited, ultimate reality, the Atman. But I call it, I see in a particular aspect that infinity, pertaining to me within. Pertaining to objective ultimate is Brahman, subjective ultimate is Atman, and Brahman and Atman are same, is Brahma Jnana. First he will realize himself, then try to understand what is Brahman, try to realize what is Brahman, then he will say, oh, Atman and Brahman are the same. One is going through the back door and seeing the infinite space and calling it Atman, the other is going out from the front door and seeing the same sky and telling it is Brahman. Brahman and Atman are same. Here Sri Ramakrishna says, he who is called Brahman by Jnanis is known as Atman by the yogis and Bhagavan by the Bhaktas. Bhaktas' views are entirely different from the Jnani. The Bhaktas call the same, Vastu is same, but as Bhagavan, independent of all that exists, separate, unrelated to all the rest of the, it's separate, they separate it from the Prakriti. The whole essence of yoga is to Purusha to separate from Prakriti. You separate from your bodily existence. So they call it Bhagavan by the Bhaktas. The same Brahmin He is called priest when he is worshipping in the temple, and cook when he is preparing meal in the kitchen. He is coming to a little more concrete way of presenting things. He is giving a better version, understanding of the reality. The same Brahmin is called priest when he is worshipping in temple, and cook when he is preparing meal in the kitchen. The Jnani, sitting to the path of knowledge, always reasons about reality, saying, not this, not this. Brahma is neither this nor that. It is neither the universe nor its living beings. Reasoning in this way, the mind becomes steady. Then it disappears and the aspirant goes into samadhi. This is the knowledge of the Brahman. It is the unwavering conviction of the Jnani that Brahman alone is real and the world is illusory. All these names and forms are illusory, like a dream. What Brahman is cannot be described. One cannot even say that Brahman is a person. This is the opinion of the Jnanis, the followers of the Vedanta philosophy. Here we see Sri Ramakrishna is just giving narration. What is the philosophy? What is the opinion of Jnanis? How does the Jnani looks upon the absolute reality, Brahman? So here he is clearly going the same person. While cooking, he is called cook. While worshipping, he is called priest. Person is same. Same vastu. Jnani calls as Brahman and yogi call it the Atman. And Bhakta calls us Bhagwan. Jnani is sticking to the path of knowledge, always reasons about reality, not this, not this. He goes on denying, not this, not this. And finally reaches a stage where his mind starts disappearing. Reasoning, mind becomes still. Not this, not this, not this. He's going on denying. This is not Brahman, this is not Brahman. This is not God, this is not God, this is not God. When he's eliminating, an unknown inner vision starts coming. Independent of all what is denying. When a person goes on denying certain things, what remains is an entirely different thing other than what you can think of. The reality, ultimate reality. We are denying every aspect of this nature, Prakriti. So when Prakriti goes off, what remains is God alone. Then the aspirant goes into samadhi. This is the knowledge of Brahman. It is unwavering conviction that Jnani that Brahman alone is real and world is illusory. It is just appearance to be there. World appears to be there, it is not there. It is you are seeing it. What is there? There is God alone. He is appearing as many. Just like in your dream, mind appears as many. When you wake up, you see nothing is there. What all you see in dream was you yourself have experienced. And while experiencing also, it was not there. Now when you woke up also, it is not there. Like that, unchanging reality. Reasoning this way, the mind becomes steady. When it disappears and the aspirant goes into samadhi, samadhi is the another state of existence. Now we are expanding. Our consciousness is expanding. I am conscious. This consciousness expands and shrinks down. When expansion is the process of evolution, contraction is a process of involution. Tree becoming seed is involution. Seed becoming tree is evolution. It is evolving. So here we see Sri Ramakrishna is telling, goes into samadhi. Mind disappears. Then it disappears. Reasoning is where mind becomes steady and then mind disappears. Manonasha. When does it happen, Manonasha? When the mind becomes steady, it disappears and the aspirant goes into Tattvajnana, Manonasha and Vasanakshaya happen at a time. The moment your last Vasana dies, immediately you are in the Tattvajnana. Absolutely, you are in the Brahma, you have attained the Brahmajnana. Just destruction. How easy it looks. Anybody can, like dal chawal mixing and putting in the mouth. So easy it looks. But how much of toiling does the sadhaka go through? But every bit is an adventure. It's if it is just adventure, it is all right. It is a war also, combat. You have to fight. Fight within and fight outside. It's an unending war, as if however you do, how much you do, after all the sadhanas for years, you see that you are there itself where you are. It is what you call that they do walking without moving. That one machine is there now. For a medical test also they use. Treadmill. Treadmill, no? Mill or meal? Treadmill. So, you walk whole day, you are standing there itself, not going anywhere. If you had walked without that machine, you would have reached Kailas Manasarovar. But here you are at the same place, after walking every day, so many years. Like that you feel. But we will not understand, we have moved a lot. Because our eyes are set to only to physical existence. Our spiritual existence, it is not able to perceive. What is our spiritual status? How far I have gone, what is happening, I will not know. Suddenly, one day, when you see some light, God alone knows when a person sees, but he does see through sadhana. That will be the special day of his existence, not of this life. Many lives he has passed and come, and in some light there will be light. In one life or other, through sadhana, light appears. Not this samadhi. We wake up from dream of my conscious. I am conscious now. This consciousness is withdrawn to zero. It goes, and I expand myself into the cosmic consciousness. I am consciousness. Individual consciousness expands into universal consciousness. Enjoys the bliss. Again shrinks down because karmic load is still there. there is something to be worked out. So nature takes you back to the waking state, again brings you. Now, this is all our life. Wake up, do some work here, there, something to earn your bread, eat and sleep. This is all. I come to my waking state, I see my life. I had forgotten, disconnected from the life stream when I am asleep. Body was still there, but I was asleep. There is a disconnection. When I wake up, again it begins. So the shrinkage end, again getting engaged in the activity. This much of consciousness alone. Go earn, sleep. Go earn, eat and sleep. When it starts expanding to the level that I am able to first time see the light of consciousness, Chaitanya, then it has come to the heart, Hridaya, the Anahata. In Anahata you get the first vision of God. So that is called Samadhi. Samadhi is limiting this, what limiting adjunct is there. Upadhi breaks. What is limiting me to this bodily existence, calling myself this body in waking state, there is a limitation. That limitation breaks. Through constant struggle, prayer, this, that, when it breaks, you expand. Your level of consciousness has expanded. You get different version of this universe. Different version of God, different version of yourself. You have changed. The world is changed. God, the understanding of God has changed. This expansion is what is called Samadhi Sthiti. Samadhi Sthiti is where I transcend my normal awareness of external world and then enter into a higher realm of consciousness, existence, wherein I see, experience a next level of consciousness. Various levels of consciousness, Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Satyam, all these belong to higher levels of consciousness. Atala, Vitala, they belong to the lower levels of consciousness. And they are all coexisting. The same, you need not go in search of Bhuva somewhere far away. Here itself, closing your eyes, you can enter. Because it is reality. So, then it disappears, that is, mind disappears, and the aspirant goes into Samadhi. This is the knowledge of Brahman. Means, to get the knowledge of Brahman, they are striving now. He has from transcendental, he has touched already. He is trying to catch that beyond, in that struggle. This knowledge is the knowledge of Brahman. It is unwavering conviction of the Jnani that Brahman alone is real and world is illusory. It is his conviction. He has experienced. Through experience he is telling. He is not telling a lie. He is telling the truth. But truth doesn't end with his experience. Truth can be experienced in various ways. What the Jnanis call as Brahman, the same is in different ways. Same thing is approached, same thing is explained, same thing is seen as Atman, as Bhagavan. Their view differs. It's unwavering conviction Brahman alone is real, because that is the only thing. Just like I enter into a particular state and experience a particular thing, I think that to be the ultimate and the only thing. I don't understand. I don't try to understand also. I am satisfied with it. While in Chennai Mutt, When Swamiji presently, he says Swami, then we were brahmacharis together. We used to enter into argument between Dvaita and Vishishtadvaita and Advaita. Whenever he takes the stand of Dvaita or Vishishtadvaita, I take the Advaitic stand and argue with him. And when he is taking up the other one, Advaita, I become Dvaitin and fight with him. Tug of war used to go. Finally one day, years passed, Kalyan Sundar Shastri was taking classes for us in scriptures. He will talk in Sanskrit itself, expression, media itself is Sanskrit. He used to explain. And one day finally that Swamiji told to me, for me in this life, the Dvaita might be real, but for my life, Advaita is sufficient. I hold on to Advaita, that is the ultimate reality. For me, you may take whatever you want. That conviction of a jnani, what Sri Ramakrishna says, this is the ultimate reality. Our Tapasyanandaji Maharaj used to say, some have gone from Dvaita to Advaita realization. Some have come down from Advaita to Dvaita realization. Like Totapuri, he attains first Advaitic knowledge and then after meeting Thakur, he receives the knowledge of the vision of God, Mother, and Dvaita. From Advaita he comes down to Dvaita. And Tapasana used to say, ladder, which side is up? You can reverse the ladder. And in music, whether Aroha is right or Avaroha is right. Both are right. So, what is the ultimate? Ultimate is how you keep the ladder. So, you see the understanding, beautiful understanding. Each one has when he said, oh, this is mine, you may take anything you want. For me, this is the ultimate, this is the one. Means the understanding of a jnani also, there is an understanding, other things can be true also. Actually, Advaita has no complications. He accepts indirectly everything. Directly, he says Brahman alone exists. Brahman alone exists means, alone term is used means there is something other than alone. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.